Bay. Besma Coach Bempire.
H.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bibia Bokodia.
Yanko pardon. Bibia fine.
Anniversary just in your home.
Ebinesham.
Super.
FL.
Papa.
Oh, nice.
The Hope brand.
Aye.
Oman Kasama just is a fair.
Aye.
And quality texture.
Of course.
To say, just
Eja umo.
Papa.
Eja o Jesse nim.
Was I mentioned that men we but
who actually the
to say just I know
day. Who say Jesse na no.
F pa.
Enti send your shemi ya obi ehun.
Na branch as o pe baako.
Yes. Enti
branch as o.
So branch as o nipa no enti no.
Say me man the number no na.
Aha, na say.
Ofre na omo de ne come no.
O ebetumi kwa to ye be to this kind of man. Na ye nto na ye fa ensende branch as enti Jesse shemi ya reach edin wadansi. Say me ben na obedi adanse no mo. Jesse no quality na no dene. Any bibia enti say o pe bi ato awe simple. Kotokofo na nkasa mpo posti dada. O de offer 050-893-8412 050-893-8412 and that's 053-054-8038. Say u Kumasi a na u pebi wo Kumasi ata. First number we 020-959-5620 020-959-5620. Ufesi ya omubetimi asorto na wenye bi ato. Ibi sheme. Inti se me di one dance ya ubeji atu se ampa minim asema make a very very nice, very very well designed and the texture and the quality no very very up there. Make a video bi ko e ba abonte tamakotoko lanche Toyota Cup no. The announcer they say apart from Kotoko history, any the Omatimia, any place I expect, said they were presenting jerseys, and Oka said their jersey is quality and top notch. And now jersey will be, and now Moka was. And see, we are Kotokonia, we see a limited edition. And your jersey a dorsal, when you Kotoko next season jersey, where ceremonial jersey for 2-4. It is a William Bisha, let's say only Nana, Mobitimi, Arabi show this when it comes to this particular anniversary limited edition. In Tipebito, now also so Joe, Samaria Kotoko Ninquadia, not what Pebi Atonwa for numbers now, yet the Atujan Rich. Let's come to your main menu. Rich. Ebi mu kra sai na ebi mu so kra sai na mo be wiase.
Asemu.
Because Rich say if enipa da sani ya aware baby a wo be kra ansa na wo be wiase na enkra no na be kire nipa a wo be ye wa asase we so a Rich, I'm sure a lot of people would want to compete with Ronaldo. Baby, I'll cry and sana.
You say, you go back, I go cry for. So, you are ready, my bam, maybe crown no more. She said, you are Ronaldo. No,
over Cravino. As I was now, almost saw yes, why over Ronaldo.
Now, no, it's Ronaldo.
Rich,
let me stand.
You see, and then Saturday. I think, sir, we must at least spend some few minutes discussing Ronaldo as a business, Ronaldo as a product. Because, Rich, to get the most lucrative contract in sports at the age of 40, it doesn't make sense.
Oh, boy, Navy. Boy,
What has he
got nephew? Still, body.
Senka, if this was Ronaldo, timer or J, the first, second ballon, even time or J, first one was Manchester. No. And Anka, obviously, Charlie, a bunch of way, the future near brutal. So let's go with the most lucrative contract in sports near Frankfurt. Rich, that would have made sense. But how has Ronaldo been able, Rich, to get get the most lucrative contract in the world of sports at the age of 40. Now, what would you know? This is my point. Sports, you're the awarding here. You're the athleticism there. That is the reason why in sports science, every athlete, when you peak when you are young, because I am awarding or muscles who don't pay America, you must be fit to compete. And the sports person, the peak time is when you're young and we're there. But Rich, for God's sake, Ronaldo is 40 years. 40 years and a Ronaldo Eddie. So for him to be at it, Mr. Muncha came a touch in my boy. For him to be at this age, Rich, and still command this, still a bow. So over to now I am for there because nothing is so bubbles can so many means through.
The seconds in the mechanism a branch to be a calculation.
Yes, Rich.
Seconds, no.
The Kawakuma to you.
Oh, yeah, calculation in the biennia is came. Seconds, second piano. May I say, be a
around 20 something.
Yeah,
dollars or pounds. You get there. But Rich, you see, before we show the figures, young can say, apart from baby Ronaldo crying and over, I think say for me, the ultimate. Okay. I heard you might say. Apart from baby Ronaldo crying and over, Rich. I think say you're limited to say why you lucky and answer BBA. We've not been fair, especially to Ronaldo. Rich, we've your cancer story way over and over. It's in the name say Ronaldo at a very, very young age was not among the most talented within even the area not. No. And there are a lot of documentaries on Ronaldo. You will find the Sporting Club de Portugal, Madeira, and in the youth coast class of boy of Portugal, coaches, in that at that level, Ronaldo was not the most talented. No. And can't cry. But Rich, what is consistent in Ronaldo's story? Any mentality. Very, very consistent. Obi only Ronaldo more than Serbia from the young age, ABC Sammy, even including the players on no mobile ball at Manchester, Juventus, Real Madrid, Pepe, Mune, why Rio Ferdinand, Obi Ronaldo wants them to there. The first attribute is that the guy has a monster mentality. So strong in the mind. While we cry, sebi Omega said wabona. Last time Nagabi yesterday said at a point the players in the class they don't want to visit him at home. Because so instead of saying game, yempia bonti, yenko shopping, yenko GN, he will tell you, oh, and come on, Onya came not Jim Wananka, yet Tiadon so ye pedal na ye dim come on, I say, ye lifty bibinanka any boy and come. He want to train. He want to always get the mind on being a professional player and always ready to give his best and be in the best shape. Now, Rich, mentality one same way. Obia will tell me consistently since I started radio. Marcus same way that. Even for Sporting Club de Portugal, to sign Ronaldo into the academy. The trial match, I know Ronaldo, he was playing as underage. You're going to say, Wako then park so, and now Wako Ebony. Now you see about under 15, nearly under 12, we have say, oh, money more match in now you say, Radia. Rich, Ronaldo playing for a team on only underage. Now, the team, Enya throw. Now, Wako touch line, I say, Yen to one, man. Na ni senior in the academy, Ejenechi. na all tackle no Ronaldo can say, oh, see the coach kakra, they will see baby how who me so dey. Coach kakra.
Wow, ground him
Yes, that is the commentary, the then coach. I can say a commentary, the sporting director from Sporting Club of Portugal say, look, let's sign this guy. Because of the mentality, no. He's there. So the talent look like he said he is at this level. His mentality will take him there. Ronaldo is an example of setting your mind to what you want to achieve. And Rich, the mentality, no, Ama, or you're so dedicated and hard working to his job. And though I am a true and true Messi person, Rich, I love Ronaldo for that. Mekai, former coach of the Black Stars, are from Grant. Come on, now, Black Stars coach, you know. Or call Pam Pam. I conversate one of your youth teams, I think it was under 17. Now, Okono Omako Kasa. Rich, when you got there, he told them one thing. You look very young and born here, Simunimbo. But I mean, talent alone is not enough. Someone so you're talented. And you could gather 4 players. Oh, born area, I see me in Bob Butchobia.
Untrini.
It's a fertility. Oh, it's a talented, meaning one of every 2 men. Dedication, bay, hard work, bay. We born here, see me in Bob. Talent alone is not enough. And if you want to be Ronaldo, you need to be dedicated and hard work with serious mentality. And your mentality say, Adiano, mentality must match your hard work. Rich, damn. Rich, how can someone make 3.4 million pounds a week?
Week?
Yes.
Are 3.4 million a week.
He is making 178 million a year. Now, you can see you come rich. You private jets, luxury cars, including NFL team now. Obon, she said Ronaldo only 15% club nina, and the over club no. And for so many other club, we are here just kind of so near some of 50% as a co-owner. Rich, it's 16 people working full time for him.
16.
Yes.
Nipa makuma 16.
Yeah, they were mama say money Ronaldo
yeah juma no.
It be a drivers, it be a chef, it be a gardener, security people. 4 million pounds worth of private jet expenses. It is what to private jet now, whether a fuel or whether be expenses be what will be 4 million. It is being given to Abraham and Cristiano Ronaldo. 60 they were doing in area, you know, Rich. They are giving him 60 million worth of sponsorship deal promised by Al Nassr with new Saudi companies and companies in the Asian market. Eti yama osika yama bibia uye so a ye promise say ye be ma 60 million worth of sponsorship. Eti this is also money you will get. You will make sure ye be yama. Ama you will even pay you the money. Rich. Ronaldo is out of this world. Now, it is being run by money. And say Ronaldo your inspirational. On your inspiration, where you wake up and read about him and say, I want to be Ronaldo. Man, a life, any day all you know. Or then a black body, you know, and no inspiration. Be practical about you being inspired by Ronaldo. And so when you're practical and quadia, then the word is dedication, hard work, and monster mentality. That is Ronaldo. Rich. Me kwa asem no. It is as if say na unim de mba beka program na so. There is new latest. I will not spend 1 minute in book. Story in and say latest and they say. And China they better about it so Oko Backs country anymore. there's a place a mural wall any other drawings of players miensa omobo team e friend Bilbao and it included the Nico William brothers no. Now that's sorry because of the transfer saga. You see Obiako paper. Baby a Nico one and what track to say who stay one stay yem no problem. Nhyira Inaki Williams aba be kasa say enipa kono oye sadie no. The fact that one may hu no ekra te say oyehufo na wiase de bia ehufo no omu hwe. You thought we'd move on. Then rich. A quarter factor of say, oh no. I didn't no. Yeah, so. So one person went ahead and drew Nico back. Rich. Oh, drew Nico back now. I quarter sorry, you know. And go force out the blue a young family since sign and him say, hey, massa. And now go near you how. I went and you see him bunibium. And see, that is what we are going to do. Now, Rich, I believe in your narrative because it is my own narrative.
Okay.
Dear baby, for the yena, me tintini yena, and say, look, we should appreciate that they know football, and they know. And that's a baby, a few minutes until here. This was not the first time we be a Tomo player. Baby, sell players.
Is that why a cathedral?
Yes, they sell players. Tom players. Every club in the Muko. You can go through their history. They've sold very, very good players to other clubs. But Rich, the painful part of this Nico thing to be bound for is how cheap Barcelona is getting him. It is as simple as that. That is the reason why. So be bound for the and can Nico be extending the contract? Nico should have played on who Barcelona, on who Bayern cry. Nanka onko so no extending the contract. So extending the contract, Rich, they would have changed the buyout clause in his contract to somewhere in the regions of 100, 120, and they would not care. Obi about that trigger. But se omudi Nico and in the prospect no to Nansei market now to get him for 58 million plus taxes.
And no one has shown.
It's cheap. And that is where the pain is coming from. Nobody is against Nico moving to Barca. No. They know say player be realize it. Now Odu Nico level where he's playing for the Spanish national team. You need to two world best players now. No. Athletic Bilbao can't offer you Champions League football, semi-final, final, consistent. Even some winning Ballon d'Or this and over. They know they can't offer that. Until they accept you can move. But Rich, a buono is what is making them do what they are doing. And it is very, very understandable. Now, the last footballer was with the colleagues media forum gave Partey the best player of Ghana. And he said, once and bar, Rich Yankaneba Confanto. Now, Obi are familiar with this platform here. Your church, you know what the situation is. Arsenal wanted to bring in Zubimendi. They were bringing him as their first option DM or Arsenal team. Then they will choose between Partey and Jorginho. Why NIA brand no competition and then the backup. They settled on Jorginho. But all of a sudden, Jorginho said, maybe I call Flamingo. Yeah, explaining to I don't want to waste time. So Arsenal didn't have any option than to stick with Partey as the competition to Zubi and probably the backup. Now, because Arsenal Lankasano, Omu said that value Partey who no. The contract extension they wanted to give him because he's their only option didn't come with increased salary, any bonuses. And Partey is saying, look, it's how they will NCO baby. And me buy yes, my best. I've been key to you. My 5 years. Menje akechantu mu menje she. If you are ready to extend my contract, then I want you to appreciate me more. Eti mo fa bi nka ho, Arsenal said Derby. Nti said mo fa bi nka ho baby ejina na ejina dia. Then the conclusion is that Thomas Partey must leave, and Arsenal are working to bring in Christian Norgard from team a friend Brentford. So on Mesha Branty and 9. Now, yes, so you no pay. Sky for insight, and they are questioning the logic with which Arsenal do your business now. And you behind the statistics and they say one Arsenal is Ubendi. So they are not looking for Norgard. They are not looking in Norgard as a party standard performance. They think they have their number one. They just need someone who can back him up. Only while we pray, we do record, we suspend those issues. You know, there are some games we think a winnable. We can reshuffle it. That is what they are looking for. Again, there is no way Arsenal will pay Christian Norgard even what Partey is rejecting. And to it makes sense. Money says, but Rich, you compare, then you will know, say, so who is Zubimendi? A part in the full story anymore. The Arsenal didn't able to replace Partey no, on do Partey level. And the stars are there to show. Now, obviously, Norgard is very, very strong. But Partey will match his 34, 35. Ever touches her. And you need to pay no. But you understand why? Because Arsenal play more of possession than team a friend Brentford. And the passes, the touches, and the passes completion, Partey is way ahead. But Rich, and can the normal circumstances, we describe Christian Norgard as a hard tackler. But when it comes to tackles, even with that, Thomas Partey the channel with 2.86 to 2.51. The only thing I know that Edison Partey interceptions, and I will understand again because of the playing style of Brentford and Arsenal. Now my question and I say, Rich, yeah, Ghana for why do we want Partey to go? Saudi for money, Turkey for money, or on taking the time, big club in Europe will still come for him. Rich, me sure say and you may will be options that will be very, very viably available to Partey. Obenya Saudi clubs on Beba. And they will come with money. Yeah. We require say a free agent. And this is getting their own two cheering in Adiamano. And so Partey will get some. Number 2. Report after say Basse. Chima Efene Fenerbahce, almost sporting director, I fly to England to engage Partey camp because they need him or Turkey. Now, why are they thinking say they will get him? Partey is free. They will not pay Arsenal. And so over Turkey, say a best salary they must play a big CT say Partey, they can afford it. And Partey, so Turkey, see can you Jibia rich in terms of taxes, and you until you can back the money while still playing in Europe for team BTC Fenerbahce. But Rich, we also believe say claim and not class be Eco FIFA Club World Cup and a starting transfer window. No, they never anticipated that Partey will be available on the market.
Sure.
But now he is. And the club ABA unsusu that say they will consider Partey. Now will consider. Even including the Real Madrid, the Chelsea's, and all those classes. You share how things will go. And then one say the likes of Bayern, Madrid, after the FIFA Club World Cup will be linked to Partey because Partey, any the qualities are available there. I idea also. The last thing I make about Partey, they say, Rich, you see, who says Senka, Partey Boma, French national team, German national team, Brazil, and those elite football countries, you know, and can with only 1 year to the World Cup. And as part of a normal discussion will be say, Rich, unconsider club, and the top level football, say the national team will consider him for a transfer. Yeah. But Rich, fortunately for Partey, say about Saudi, about India, about Pakistan, Ghana qualifies here for World Cup, he will be there. And so he doesn't have to consider or to say Paul Pogba, who had offers from the MLS and Saudi, or say there be say French national team and how competitive they are. Some about Monaco. There, the chance will not consider me. But Partey do not have that strength with send a program identity. Partey he is free to move anywhere. But in the coming weeks, which we think say every option football will be available to him, and you will see how and your mother coming. So I know you're and
to some extent, I'm say social numbers in the yas hey, but me as or man party.
That is clear.
Come on, dear Branton, Fasono. A man just cry.
Tell me only 2 minutes. I'm concluding.
Sure.
Their club World Cup.
Okay.
Now, me bana me tise gabi moya story about Sikasemo. Rich, will you believe say these monies are clubs nenya? Only from the prize money pot in 1 billion. No. And these are minus appearance fees. The reason why Man City and yes Kase say they've won all their 3 games. And they scored more goals. And the FIFA Club World Cup, which the Obey be a papa no amount. Sika. Mate say, Jorgen Klopp can say, Omo take his decision. We know they've taken the worst decision in football. I say you will be on the auto on the other say he will come up with ideas. Sign the pakon the ideas no attack to Sika yedeba. But say komu obi all players in one. Any more health, any BBA, and can they will realize that they will not finish season and go and play a 32-team tournament involving these players. Marriage, the world is moved by money and power, and once you have money, you have power. And many clubs are doing. Look, last 20-30 years ago, the longevity of players. So only compare this generation, so
after Club World Cup, no, the proper season.
These clubs are doing their pre-season with the tournament, and we should know that once the tournament is competitive, let's glance through. I think and then you watch games in the pay because by Monday then we will come back and do the rest of the analysis. Look, many more are doing Palmeiras, Botafogo. I think if you give us goals, unless it's a game that is going to disappoint. But when the best there is difficult at this time. Yes, Palmeiras is slightly ahead, but goals in terms of your code and I say social bets, will be very, very good. Look, this game, Chelsea Benfica game, what are some Benfica coach Nakoka? And so we just okay. Rich, don't like say and go for say Chelsea team no we team no my ball we a good team or money ball midfield no. But don't like say Chelsea midfield no. E sika na e to omunti na go for hu so money ball. Then they are not exceptional. But we see a talk kesia na e rank go for ya to kesia dey onim ball. Now me pese me kum bebre. But to some extent, I agree with him. Because, Rich, so I don't know what Renato Sanchez more. Nasa Okachi say, Mosca said, any more watching Renato because Mosca said, you're turn about and about for Chelsea. I will tell you, time Renato Sanchez edging the best young player in the world. Now Mosca said, so we need team anymore. Player me say Nicolas Otamendi, Di Maria, more probably more. And look, we shouldn't forget. This season, he was competing in the Champions League, playing the likes of Barcelona, Money. Chelsea were playing Jacadine in the Conference League. And okay, Chelsea, look, me who say apart from Amudini problem, only a good team. You should respect that opinion. But Rich, whether Chelsea are good or bad, and then you maybe do. On one case, you say Pedro Neto, and to him. The difference at the Amatima, your friend Chelsea, and this is the team we are expecting. Say Chelsea, Eddie Bellerin with Neto, Madueke, Palmer behind the lap, then Fernandez, Casedo, Rhys James, Kukwera, Mobeba back into Chelsea team because this is a knockout stage. This is the team. I say Renato Sanchez will problem with engine to or doubtful, but this should be a very, very good team. Fifi say, "Oh, you say Chelsea be qualify." And I think so that is the safest he can say it. Because any clear cut say Chelsea beat Benfica. Any clear cut at all. Say Chelsea beat Benfica. And to say so much we. When you can boldly say Enko Crafono, omo fairy tale the bed CNA. Oh, Sunday no. Paris Saint-Germain will be too hot for Messi, Mone, Suarez, and Omonko Crafono no more bono. Bayern meet Chelsea Masters Flamingo no. It looks like a cold warm game, especially when Bayern lost to Benfica in our last group game no. But on the face of it, they should be better than Team FNF Flamingo. But a very fierce battle. But at the end of the day, I will expect Team FNF Bayern say Omo ebetimi ago. Trunti reach quickly. Mame my code me and Sabina. Yentimi emre fina yemedi yem community. Michelle, if you've stayed on, these are the codes are ubetimi ede aye onioma. Ewo betway no sonti. And the Saturday they tribute na hey bet one seven na ye Saturday dey. Ye pesca. And the first one no. Oh. Okay. How do I? Okay, good. First one no 2075 A3 2A 2075 A3 2A. Second one no 2075 AE 09 2075 AE09 and the last one also here 2075 BC 58. So these are three betway codes. So come in social media platforms in Yanswa on Sa Ebeka code. No, very, very good one. I think one of them mostly all the quarter-final games in the FIFA Club World Cup, no, any the CONCACAF Gold Cup now, or more airborne in Tiano, I think say it takes you further. But two of them NM games, no. They be out checking me ex enemy Facebook, you get these calls. Now with me actually rich. You made him come.
Emra na you made him come na Mohammed Isa our Facebook. Also Martin Keynes our London. Na Okotoko Jesino.
Opebiahu.
Osi na nze watisa uche t-shirt ni ade a and the drew so.
Oh, also wearing ordinary t-shirt. Think ordinary t-shirt.
So we dey the size pa.
No Martin Keynes there say o here pounds kese.
You sika there. Ohima sika kakra bi. You ke be kura to be 5. Any achieve mama.
What I say?
Enti Mohammed we dey bomba. Bomba dey fa kakra brand ni ntobi ma.
Ni ntobi ma. Se o pese to Kumasi a dey tie number no 020 959 5620 020 959 5620. O dey try number no to na any omo nkasa na omo ensort out we limited edition
Sure.
The PBS.
Yensha nkomotwetwe na se emfamfri Hasfolk. Se etiefo beka ya season na ibotwa mu no. Hasfolk coach na ye Abubakar Watara. Ye bo season ni wie no. Has mpanifo so of course. Said the club bia ye bo season ni wie obia ye no. Oye evaluation. Evaluation oye players, no a technical team. No ahwe way forward no any saying the obeja no kwan any the osusu say okofa no ba obetimi aboa wo ama o project no atimi akonkan enti after say management board obia o matter our house of folk abusuanim akotena so no me evaluation no omo say omo nka say coach Abubakar Watara onya de oya de so o share the previous season now they compare the just ended season improvement by nanso mo fu say house of focus house of work eso mo come anim na opening crowd no mo kofa naba no the agreement was that obe technical director but obai no na situations na sesa ene man here head coach he said don't person come back to reason to mo kofa no na this time mo kofa head coach Eduneba in Masoud Didi Dramani e didi di san komo no now eba bedru say